Picture this: a humble roofer, armed only with a hammer. Could he shatter the foundations of the English throne? In 1381, Wat Tyler didn't just lead a protest, he ignited a firestorm, declaring total war on the corrupt heart of the kingdom. How did this ordinary man turn desperate peasants into an army that brought London to its knees? Buckle up. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tales Between the Margins. We dive deep into history's forgotten corners to unearth lessons that textbooks miss. Today we're launching a brand new series, tackling Robert Greene's powerful 33 strategies of war, starting with strategy number 1. Declare war on your enemies. And our historical battleground? The explosive, chaotic, and game-changing Peasants Revolt of 1381. This wasn't just pitchforks and anger. This was a masterclass in focusing fury, in turning widespread suffering into a laser-sharp attack. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, underestimated, or furious at a system that feels rigged, Wat Tyler's story is about to give you a whole new perspective on fighting back. Stay tuned. Let's set the scene. England, 1381. The nation is scarred, still reeling from the Black Death that wiped out nearly half the population. Labor is scarce, the economy is fractured, and yet the ruling class demands more. King Richard II, just a boy of 14, sits on the throne, but his advisors, they see opportunity in desperation. Their solution, a brutal poll tax, hitting everyone equally, which means crushing the poorest the hardest. Enter Wat Tyler, a roofer from Kent. Not a lord, not a knight, just a working man. The story goes, tax collectors didn't just demand money, they brutally assaulted his daughter. In a flash of raw fury, Tyler fights back, reportedly killing one of the collectors. But this isn't just blind rage. This is the spark. Tyler makes a crucial, strategic decision. His enemy isn't the young king himself. It's the corrupt, greedy advisors pulling the strings, the officials bleeding the country dry. He identifies the true target. Tyler understood something vital, something Greene emphasizes. Vague anger achieves nothing. You need clarity. You need a declared enemy. Tyler didn't just complain, he named names. He rallied thousands by pointing directly at the figures embodying their suffering. The Archbishop Simon Sudbury, the Treasurer Robert Hales, the ruthless landlords, the abusive local officials. This clarity was electric. It crystallized the peasants' discontent. His call to arms resonated across Kent and Essex. Ordinary farmers, blacksmiths, and tradesmen became a unified force. They weren't just rioting, they were targeting the symbols of oppression, burning tax records, storming castles, and freeing radical preachers like John Ball, whose famous question, "When Adam delved and Eve span, who was then the gentleman?" fueled their demands for equality. By June, an unstoppable tide of maybe 60,000 commoners marched on London, united by a clearly defined enemy. London panicked. The rebels flooded the city, unleashing hell on symbols of wealth and power. The magnificent Savoy Palace, home to the hated John of Gaunt, was torn down and burned. Famously, they forbade looting, claiming they were agents of justice, not thieves. They stormed the Tower of London, dragged out Archbishop Sudbury and Treasurer Hales, the very men Tyler identified, and executed them on Tower Hill. Tyler, emboldened, met King Richard directly. Twice. He wasn't just demanding an end to the tax. He demanded radical reforms, an end to serfdom, redistribution of church wealth, justice for the common man. He was dictating terms to the king. But then, at Smithfield, during a tense negotiation, tragedy. Whether through treachery or misunderstanding, tempers flared. The mayor of London struck Tyler down, and the king's men finished the job. The charismatic leader, the man who gave the rebellion its focus, was gone. Leaderless and shocked, the rebellion fractured, and was brutally suppressed. So, what's the takeaway here? Through Greene's lens, clarity is power. Tyler's genius, aligning perfectly with strategy one, was declaring war on specific, identifiable enemies. This transformed scattered, simmering resentment into a focused, powerful movement that shook the foundations of England. Yes, Tyler died. Yes, the revolt was crushed, but the fear it struck into the hearts of the elite lingered. The poll tax was abandoned, and the audacious demands for equality planted seeds of defiance that would sprout again and again throughout history. Greene's lesson rings true. Know exactly who and what you are fighting against. Declare it boldly, and you galvanize your forces, turning chaos into a weapon. Centuries later, what can Wat Tyler's doomed rebellion teach us? It teaches us that identifying the real obstacles, whether it's a toxic policy at work, a personal fear holding you back, or a societal injustice, is the first crucial step to confronting it. Declaring war, in Greene's sense, means gaining the clarity and focus needed to turn vague frustration into unstoppable momentum. Tyler may have lost the battle, but his strategy forced England to listen, even if only for a moment. What did you find most compelling about the Peasants' Revolt? Let me know in the comments below. Who or what feels like your declared enemy right now? Something you need focus to overcome. If this dive into history and strategy fired you up, smash that like button, subscribe to Tales Between the Margins for more, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. Want to explore more of Greene's strategies through the lens of history? Check out our full 33 Strategies of War Decoded playlist right here. Next time, we're tackling strategy number 2. Do not fight the last war, the guerrilla war of the mind strategy. We'll explore how adapting and staying mentally fluid can be the ultimate weapon. See you then.